Hey, this is Mike Addis. Thanks for joining me. It's always a pleasure to bring you these videos. So today is actually April 10th. I said it was April 10th the other day. This video is about investing in residential, not commercial. So commercial would be office buildings, apartment buildings, stuff like that. So you got to stay to the end of the video. Why? Because I'm going to recap everything and all the good stuff I'm leading up to it. These are only 6-minute videos, so it's not a big stretch. Just you can fast forward. You just miss all the information. Won't make sense on the recap. So why residential? Why not commercial? Because all the big guys, like Grant Cardone's a perfect example. He's pushing to invest in apartment buildings. Why? Well, because that's what he does. He does apartment buildings. And he's going to give you a certain return on investment. He's kind of like a REIT, real estate investment trust. You can invest in real estate investment trusts. I don't know if you're going to get the same return because I don't know what his return on investment is. I've read all kinds of stuff, but you have to call, Cardone Capital or wherever you invest with him in the real estate end of the business. But if you check out the Wall Street Journal, which pretty much is on top of what the hell's going on in the business community, and you look at the current article, if you sell a house these days, the buyer might be a pension fund. Might be a pension. What does that mean? That means that the big money players are buying residential. That means single family homes. Why? Because that's where the money is. The money is in single family homes. That's what I invest in. Why is it in single family homes? Because what the big players do, the multi-billion-dollar pension funds like the California Teachers Pension Fund, where people have invested billions and billions of dollars. Why they're getting into it is now what's happening is the big players are buying up whole communities. So the builder builds like 124 houses in one community. The big investors go in and they buy all the 124 houses right from the builder. Then they rent them out. Then they sell the 124 properties that are already rented to investors. Pretty cool, huh? I mean, this is huge. So like a giant builder like D.R. Horton, he builds 124 houses in Conroe, Texas. Those 124 houses are bought in one lump sum by a giant pension fund. Could be an investment bank, could be any kind of giant investment fund. They buy all the 124 houses before they're even built. Then what do? They rent the 124 houses out so they have cash flow, right? Then what do they do with the 124 houses? They sell them. Pretty cool, huh? They're not buying apartment buildings. They're not buying office buildings. They're buying homes, houses, single family homes. Why? Because that's a great investment. My house is going up 10% a year. That's like 100,000 on $1 million. I can't believe it. Last year was 1.1 million. Now it's 1.3. Went up 200 grand in like 12 months. Am I going to sell the house? No, that's just equity. So it's not, it's just on paper. It looks like you're getting rich. It's just paper. Okay. So that's the deal. That's the new deal. People in America, I don't know about foreign countries, but in the United States of America, people want to own their own house. They don't want to lease it. So guys out there selling it, don't buy a house, lease the house. What they're really saying is, you don't have to use the $100,000 down money. You can invest it with them. They're going to give you 6-7%. Then you can go out and lease the house. What the hell good is that? When you lease something, you're just giving somebody else the money. You can own your own house, and then you can rent a certain part of that house to yourself. So if you own your own business, I can charge a rental fee in my 3,000 square foot house or 300 square meter house. Meters if you're in a foreign country. In the United States, it's square feet, right? And I can charge my company rent $2,500 a month because 1,000 of the square feet is totally dedicated to business in the house that I live in. Why? Because I work from home. That makes sense? That's different from what everyone else tells me. Yeah, no kidding. They're just telling you that stuff so that you'll invest with them. Why the hell do you think they tell you all this stuff? Yeah, makes sense? But the big people, the multi-billion-dollar investment banks and investment funds, they are buying residential. They have been for years. BlackRock is a perfect example. BlackRock has $3 trillion under management. What the hell do you think they're doing? They're buying up residential houses. From who? From builders, not from individuals. They buy hundreds of houses at one time. So the builders are making all our communities into rentals. That's what they're actually doing. Do you want to live in a rental community? I don't. I own houses in rental communities. Guess what happens? People don't take care of the houses like owners do. It's not the same. Why should they? They don't own it. So that's a little quick video about what's really going on in the real world. Look to residential. That's where the money is. Now we're going to see a big inflation, a big increase in valuations. It's going to be a bubble. Eventually it'll burst, but you're going to have 2 or 3 years. You might be able to get in and make some fast dough and get out. Look at my simultaneous closes and it'll tell you all about it. This is Mike Addis. Don't forget to hang around for the recap. Okay, let's go through a recap on this video about buy residential, not commercial. Number 1, you're buying residential properties because all the big money is going towards residential. That's number 1. I thought they bought apartment buildings. No, they're buying residential. They're not buying apartment buildings anymore. That's like old news, dude. That's number 1. Number 2, if you follow what the big boys are doing, you're going to get a run up in appreciation because you're going to get money. So what you do is you piggyback what they're doing. So they're going in and buying 500, 600, 700 houses from builders at one time. What happens then? Well, then it drives the prices up. They're making rental communities. Pretty cool, huh? And number 3, you want to just focus on residential. Look for 25 to 30% below appraised value, assuming you can find it anywhere where you live. And take a look at Zillow. That gives you an idea. And then get a hold of some good appraisers that can help you out with valuations. Comments. Let me know what you think. If you hate the video, great. If you love the video, that's good too. Either way. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you on the next video.